Hey guys, I'm going to make a real quick video of my research info, and it's going to start with Revelation 12:1. This is the one part of my research that I got from Scotty from Eternal Rhythm Flow, and it's a sign that God gave us to know about the time frames of everything happening. It says, "And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. And she, being with child, travailed in birth, and pain to be delivered." Okay. Stellarium's a free program you can download and actually see these for yourself and put in the date. But as you can see, September 23rd, 2017, that is a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet and a crown of 12 stars upon her head. And Leo always has 9 stars, and the Venus, Mars, and Mercury make it the 12. And her being with child, travailed in birth. Jupiter right here is the king planet, and he actually exits her as if she's giving birth. And if you look on Stellarium, Jupiter is actually in Virgo 41 weeks, which is a regular gestation period. Okay, we're looking at, oh, and that's also the Feast of Trumpets, which is the next prophecy to be fulfilled. Daniel 12, we'll start right here with 11. "And from the time that the daily sacrifice shall be taken away, and the abomination that maketh desolate set up, there shall be 1,290 days. Blessed is he that waiteth, and cometh to the 1,335th day." Okay, I come across this article. It's Christian Unity Week, and it says Pope Francis leads a celebration concluding the week of prayer for Christian unity. This is dated January 25th, 2014. Well, what's the daily sacrifice? Jesus. And when you combine all the religions of the world together, you take away Jesus. And I noticed that he doesn't like to say the word or name Jesus anyway, and he leaves him out of it. Just because he says the word Christ, that just means the word Messiah. Doesn't necessarily mean he's referring to Jesus. So I took January 25th, 2014, and I added the 1,335 days, come to September 21st, 2017. That's the beginning of the Feast of Trumpets. We have Feast of Trumpets 2017 is September 21st. It's the 21st through the 23rd. It's 2 days. It's also known as the Hidden Day, or the feast that no man knows the day or the hour, because tradition is someone takes a witness, goes to the top of a mountain, and they have to actually literally wait until they see the first sliver of the crescent moon before they can declare it to be the Feast of Trumpets. And then they blow the shofar, and that's when they begin the Feast of Trumpets. But nobody knows the day or the hour in which the sliver of the crescent new moon will begin. Okay, so we're looking at Daniel 12:11, "And from the time that the daily sacrifice shall be taken away, and the abomination to make us desolate set up, be 1,290 days." So I took the January 25th, 2017, and added the 1,290 days. When we come to August 7th, oh wait, it's supposed to be 14. Okay, so we come to August 7th, 2017. Okay. I went to NASA's website. This is NASA right here. And put in the lunar eclipses, which is what a blood moon is. And it verifies as a witness August 7th, 2017. It's the day the abomination makes a deathless set up. And that will be visible from Africa and Asia, which is the Middle East and Israel. Okay, so we come to Daniel 8. And it says, a host was given him against the daily sacrifice by reason of transgression, and cast down the truth to the ground, and practiced and prospered. Then I heard one saint speaking to another saint, unto that certain saint which I spoke, how long shall be the vision concerning the daily sacrifice and the transgression of desolation, to give both the sanctuary and the host to be trodden under foot? And he says unto me, unto 2,300 days shall the sanctuary be cleansed. So I take the same date, the January 25th, 2014, and I add the 2,300 days, and it comes to May 13th, 2020. And right here at the NASA website, the lunar eclipses that NASA is predicting, it actually shows 4 lunar eclipses, 4 blood red moons, just in the year 2020 alone. And one happens to be in January, January 10th, which January is the month that they celebrate Christian Unity Week. Okay. So I go to Daniel 9. See, this is Daniel 9. Okay, Daniel 9:24. 70 weeks are determined upon thy people and upon thy holy city, to finish the transgression, and to make an end of sins, and to make reconciliation for iniquity, and to bring in everlasting righteousness, and to seal up the vision of prophecy, and to anoint the most holy. Know therefore and understand that from the going forth of the commandment to restore and to build Jerusalem unto the Messiah, the prince, shall be 7 weeks, 62 weeks. Okay, so a score is 20. So that makes 69 weeks into the Messiah coming, and 70 weeks are determined upon his people in Israel to finish the transgression. So let's first say, okay, so 1947 was when the commandment was given to restore and to build Jerusalem, okay? The end of the British mandate for Palestine was May of 1948, but the order of the commandment to restore was 1947. So if you had 1947 plus 70, that comes out to 2017. And it says, unto the Messiah coming is 69. And so that would make 2016. And we saw that the 7th trumpet, Revelation 12:1, is the Feast of Trumpets, September 2017. And so I look and see that there's 2 lunar eclipses, blood red moons, from now until the September 2017, which is the Revelation 12:1, 7th trumpet. Okay, we've got September 16th, 2016. Okay, and then February 11th, 2017. And we've determined that August 7, 2017, that's the Abomination of Desolation, Blood Red Moon. Okay, so I'm going with the September 16th, 2016 as the 6th seal and 6th trumpet. Okay. And it says, saying to the 6th angel which had the trumpet, loose the 4 angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. And the 4 angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour, a day, a month, and a year, to slay a third part of men. Okay. Oh, and it says that they had breastplates of fire and adjacent and a brimstone. And that adjacent is it's descriptive of the color purple, like a dark bluish purple, yeah, deep purple. Okay. And the reason that color is important is because this is talking about like nuclear war. Because I've seen, like, if you've ever lit up a gas stove, you will see that bluish flame. Okay, that was added into that verse specifically because it wasn't just fire, smoke, and brimstone. Okay. First, I want to go to here. Let me do this. Okay, so it said the blood red moon was September 16th, 2016, and days begin 6 p.m. the evening before. So I'll put the 15th, September 2016. And I'm going to subtract a year, a month, and a day. So we're looking at August 14th, 2015. Okay. I do get into like the Zechariah 5 because it says that this is the curse to go over the face of the whole earth. Let's see. It says the weight of a lead, had wings like the wings of a stork. Okay. It says built to a house in the land of Shinar. Okay. So Okay, Shinar is right here, and this is the Euphrates River it's going through. Sorry my screen's taking so long. It's just showing how much the enemy is trying to keep this video from being made, which I've been going through a lot of obstacles in order to get to where we're at now, having all the tabs lined up just to easily go through it. But these are the wings of a stork, because I put in the image of, the nuclear bombs wings, and this is what stork wings actually look exactly like if you were to type in, stork and see the image of their wings. Okay. Iran has nuclear sites. One specifically right here. Iraq does too. And Euphrates River runs through it, as y'all just saw. Okay, here's one nuclear facility site. This had a lot of water, but the water dried up. But it used to be really bright blue, and all of these were water going through, and it had to have so much water, all kinds of water around where this nuclear site is in Iraq. And there's all sorts of stuff through Google Earth of Iraq and Iran's nuclear facilities. And that, like I said, used to be really bright blue. You could see all the water, but it's all dried up. And that's the Euphrates River. That's their water that they're using to hold the nuclear facility. Okay. So what I'm getting to is that the sixth seal and sixth trumpet will be blown this coming up red moon, September 16th, 2016. And I'll get back to also, we had went and subtracted 1 day and 1 hour and 1 month and 1 year, like I said on that verse. And I'll get to an actual date of something that happened regarding that too, because that ties in as well. Okay, Joel 2 says, the earth shall quake before them, and the heavens shall tremble, and the sun and moon shall be dark, and the stars withdraw their shining. Okay, well, when the sun and moon are dark, that's a blood red moon, because a blood red moon is a lunar eclipse and a solar eclipse simultaneously. Let's see. And it also says, the sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the great and terrible day of the Lord come. Okay. Acts 2:20 says, the sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the great and notable day of the Lord. And Revelation 6:12. And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. Okay. Oh, there it is. So we have 1 year, 1 month, 1 day minus September 15th, 2016. And we have August 14th, 2015. Okay, we have right here August 14th, 2015. 70 years after their development for their use in war. It's got the Treaty of the Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons. It's a treaty. Okay. Also, we have a Congressional Research Service report. It's got the Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty. That was done August 14th, 2015. So when they were prepared for that year, month, day, and hour, this nuclear test ban treaty actually matches it to this coming up blood red moon as being the sixth seal and sixth trumpet to go off. Okay. Nuclear weapons policy. It says July 14th, 2015, exactly 1 month before that, they had a joint comprehensive plan of action. Okay. Just going through, you can look that up. But there was also an implementation plan for that. An adoption day will occur 90 days after the endorsement of that JCPOA by the UN Security Council. And so that JCPOA was endorsed July 14th, 2015. So they have up to 90 days. Okay. So they were prepared for the year, the month, the day, and the hour. Okay. And that JCPOA is actually known commonly as the Iran deal, because it was specifically for, the intention of Iran to sign it. Okay, and Iran is the one that's got all those nuclear facilities on the Euphrates River. Also, I just found this interesting. In part of my research, I came across a man named Dante Santori. And, you can listen to his whole story and everything, but he was helping a friend clean out his father's house, and they came across this book called The Alien Races Book, and there's some notes in the back of it, and he had typed up these handwritten notes because this book was from 1951, found in Russia. It wasn't in English, but it was from that friend of his father. They weren't even supposed to come across this book, but they did, and it was from 1951 in Russia, and he was part of the Russian military, and it was an alien races book. Okay. And it mentions in here about 2017, you will see the beginning. Okay. And there's other notes about it in here. And I'm like, man, in 1951, why is Russia, talking about 2017 when we're just now all finding out through the Bible that 2017 is mentioned in there as the prophecy of the mid-trib date. Okay. I thought that was interesting. Every time my computer's acting slow like this, then that's just, showing how bad they don't want this information out, okay? Now, also on here it says, oh, more planes are being ready for 2017. So why is there a book in 1951 written by the Russian military in Russia talking about more planes are being made ready for 2017? And this book was written in 1951, okay? That's the reason I didn't go ahead and do the Stellarium when that image showed up, because I knew that it would be as slow as this, because I tried to do a video prior to this, and it was so extremely slow, it was unbearable. So that's why I just say download Stellarium yourself and put in the date, so that September 23rd, 2017, and you can see that Revelation 12:1, sign yourself. Okay, and then more planes are being ready. I'd had another note. It was different that I'd seen pulled up in there. And it was referring to the September 23rd day. Okay, right here it says, why do Australian humans do not see September 23rd? So they're talking a lot about 2017, and now they're bringing up September 23rd as well. Okay, and that's that September 23rd, 2017. Okay, and this is in the Alien Races book. So I just find that to be more than a coincidence, especially seeing the book was written in 1951. Okay, before internet, all of that. And it's like from like the Russian military that were trained in all of this. And those were some handwritten notes, and he had typed up, handwritten notes and added them to that book. Right here is what I was going to talk about. A boy named Nathan. This little boy named Nathan, he had died and was taken to heaven and hell, and he's a little Hebrew boy that lives there in like Israel. He doesn't know English. He doesn't know anything about the Bible or Jesus. He's like Jewish, and it's a real interesting story. Really check out yourself. But I'm going to hit play and let you read the subtitles, because he's talking about, towards the end of it, he talks about, he saw a vision of what's going to be played out and how things are going to be played out here. And he's certain who Gog is. He says it's Obama, President Obama. He says that he will start Gog and Magog. And bring his whole army there for war. Yeah, he's getting them to the part where he speaks about the mountain splitting in half. And what splits the mountains is these two people that were dead go up the mountain, and that's what splits it. And he doesn't even know anything that's written in the Bible about any of this stuff, but he saw it when he was up there. And he says that everyone will know who the Mashiach is, but it will be a surprise to them. And he just said Iran will join them. Now they're talking about the mountain split in two, and the Mashiach will be revealed to everyone at that moment. He'll stand at the entrance there and say who can enter and who cannot. And he's talking about how the mountain opens, it splits in two, not from the earthquake or atomic bomb. So two of the dead people will arise, two dead people will come back to life, one from here, one from there, and it will split in two. Lots of people know him according to what I understood, but everyone will be very surprised that he is of all people the Mashiach. Yes, and he will be fighting against Obama. and will kill and bury him in the land of Israel, and he will be buried in the land of Israel. And he's not a Yeshua student. Okay, so he says that Gog is Obama, and that Obama will fall here in the land of Israel. We'll give him a grave in the land of Israel. On that day, I will give Gog a burial place in Israel. That's what the verse says. That's what one of their prophets says. That mountain will be split in two, and two dead people will rise up and they'll be the one to split it. Mm-hmm. So that's exactly what will happen for certain. Okay.